Halloween of 2025. Come on in. I've already called in everybody's ancestors and guides and spirit guides and angels and everyone. So please just know it. Sorry, I'm going to try and keep this on as long as I'm able. I can't find my spirit gum. So any of you that are planning on dressing up for Halloween, don't forget your spirit gum. So anywho, come on in. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Yeah. Happy Halloweeny, everybody. Yeah, we're going to see what's in the cards for you this week. Show me what I need to see. Show me, I think I'm going to take that one. Tangled. Unable to free yourself from a sticky situation. Taking a step back helps you see clearly. I'll show you the card. Hi, everybody. Tapping in and out. It's good to see you. There goes my nose. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, well. Show me what I need to see. Joker, it's all just a game to them. Insincere and just having fun. Yeah, they're a bunch of clowns, whoever this is. They've woven a tangled mess somehow, some way. I'm not sure how that's going to play out yet, but they could have been doing this for some time. If you step back from the situation, it's telling you that it can help you to see things more clearly. I have a card down, hold on. And it is the dream world. Yeah, somebody's living in Fantasy Island. Land of illusions. Things that are not real. It's not real love, is what it says on the card. I don't know. They're playing games. These people are players. I'm feeling egotistical, I guess. Ego something. Ego what? Spirit. They need an ego death. Some of these people do. Someone does. Show me 2 more cards. We can move on. Take the one on the bottom. Whoops. Oh, that one had a bunch too. Okay. Distant. So far away physically and emotionally. See if you can rekindle the passion again. This is your hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Hi, everybody tapping in and out. It's good to see you. Hi, Angel 1101. Is that or 101? Yeah, so that's your hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Somebody may want this, someone may not. I'm not really sure how that's going to play out yet. Wow, two-faced, playing with your emotions, being very insincere, and they're not who you think. These cards are pretty blunt, So buckle up. I don't know. My readings have been very precise for people, I feel, anyway. So it may not resonate with you, and that's okay. And if it doesn't, you can check your other placements, right? Your rising, your moon sign, and watch those videos and get a bigger and broader picture of what's going on around you, right? Show me what I need to see. Somebody's in a sticky situation. They've been in a sticky situation, some of them for some time. Yeah, these players are playing on your emotional strings. It could be emotional abuse, mental abuse, head games, manipulations. Oh boy. All right, hold on. I got a mess here. Yeah, Joker. Imagine that. Here's another synchronicity. Oh, so quickly into the reading. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, we got Joker and we got Joker. I can't make that up. These people or a person is definitely not who you think. Shaman, priest, guru, or a mentor, a spiritualist of some sort. This is in your present, and then we have Joker right over this. All right, maybe are they pretending to be someone they're not? Narcissists usually do, but somebody's being very two-faced. They're playing with your emotions. Or are you playing with theirs? I mean, don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit. Just don't force it, right? Toxic. Wow, these I'm sorry, whoever's going through all this. This is crowning you for the next few weeks. Somebody's living in Fantasy Island here, in a dream world, land of illusions. Yeah, wow. Two more and we can move on. Ever since that Hunter's Moon that we had just recently, I really feel like my readings are personal. So I don't know if it's going to resonate with everybody or not, but it is what it is. It's what's coming out. Somebody doesn't know if they want to rekindle that passion again, and you know, it's maybe not there. Maybe they played too many games, you know? Yeah, great. Now I have malicious gossip and karma, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Somebody is not there emotionally or physically or something, right? They're being distant, right? That's what I don't know if that's you or them, but there's some gossip shit going on. Is that word witchery? You know, because if you're ruining people's reputations or their lives, that can be pretty fucking serious. And in my book, it's black magic all day long. Gypsy, something about a gypsy. Somebody maybe moves around or hello everybody. Thank you for putting in positive messages. I appreciate it. Yeah, because I'm really over the spiritual narcissists on my channel, so I appreciate it. In fact, I'll ask people out there to put something really good or uplifting or encouraging for people that may need to hear it right now down in the comments, not during the live, because they don't, for some reason, my comments when I'm doing a live reading, they don't stay once I'm finished. So, yeah, let other people uplift them a little bit. You know, there's a lot of tough energies. A lot of people are going through some hard times right now. So someone may need to hear a certain thing, right? All right, I'm going to switch to my pagan deck or my Viking deck, whatever you call it. Yes, me too, Angel. Absolutely. It is coming in on the planet. The light workers and all the mystics. We're all doing our part here, trying to wake people up, and it comes in a lot of forms. Maybe it's not tarot at all that, you know, some of you are into, and you're just kind of tapping in to see, you know, I don't know. Anywho, Five of Swords, Eight of Swords down. I think recently somebody just came into some sort of realization of how cruel the situation is. Hanged Man. I'll show you these in just a moment. I'm just going to take a bunch. Page of Cups, Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's a tangled web. These people are playing games, whoever this is. I have the World reversed and the Four of Wands. So anywho, yeah, the cruelty, the brutality, this could be mental illness. It could be, I'm not going to not say it. It could be very narcissistic, right? But look at the fire in there. And this is a sword energy. It's not wands, you know? So there's a lot of cruelty and mind games and manipulations here. This Joker is a flippin' clown, right? It's clear as day. And that's what people are looking for, is clarity in these times, I feel like. You know, shaman, priest, guru, mentor, right over this, trying to give you clarity or something. Somebody could be a teacher, right? Toxic. There's sacrifice here. Hanged Man. The dream world. Somebody's living in a fantasy, and it's like sacrificial energy, especially with that Five of Swords kind of next to it. Yep. This is crowning you for the next couple weeks, right? Malicious gossip and karma is being clarified by a Page of Cups. Somebody knows about this. They're sensitive, maybe, possibly. This is about reflection, right? This is about, I'm feeling healing even for somebody. Distant, though. Somebody's distant, like they're not really into it. And maybe that's why they're gossiping. I don't know if it's the same person or not, but the Ten of Cups here, Gypsy right over it. This is, look, they're emotionally content. That's what the Ten of Cups is. It's like the happiness, the contentness, Gypsy and Two-Faced is right over that. Somebody's two-faced around the home. Yeah, there's no closure there, or there wasn't. It's very karmatic. The 21 card turned down, right? Very karmatic. The cruelty and everything. Is everything backfiring or something? It has everything to do with the marriage or family, definitely, because the Ten of Cups is over here, right here. But this is like celebratory energies, you know. Maybe it's good that somebody is looking into a guru, mentor, shaman, or priest, spiritualist. It's like good news or something. These could be invites here. You might be getting invited somewhere, or maybe you're inviting someone somewhere in the next couple weeks. And I have cards down again. I'm sorry, they keep falling. Hold on. I hope it was all of them. I'm pretty sure. Page of Swords down, Three of Cups. Page of Swords reversed is dead center in the reading. Somebody's not standing up for themselves, or they don't want them to, or they're being shushed or something. Something's very toxic. They don't want someone to... I almost feel like an oppressive energy, like a Ten of Wands energy out of that. Malicious gossip. There's a group of them. They need to reflect. Could be 3 people or 4, right? Look at them. They're all celebrating. They're probably, they could be like drinking and throwing their voice around, and this malicious gossip and karma really needs to be addressed for somebody. Show me. I need a bunch of cards, please. Hi, everybody. Tapping in and out. Oh, you're recording. Cool. Yeah. Oh, a couple that wanted to show themselves, and I really couldn't catch what they were. Oh, okay. So we have the King of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords down. Yeah, somebody is really emotionally content at home, right? I do feel that happiness coming through here, with that King of Cups here, and what? Somebody's a gypsy, or something about a gypsy, or a gypsy type energy, right? I had a gypsy type energy my whole life. I moved, oh my God, 500 times in my life. I don't even know. It was umpteen time. It was so crazy in my day. But anywho, somebody's being very two-faced. They're just not what it seems, right? This is about the nightmare going away. But it happened a while ago, possibly. The cruelty and brutality, the things that there's no closure. Like, I feel people need to, there's something about documents, crossing T's and dotting I's. Maybe the signatures were never finished, or they're avoiding it, or I don't know. That could be for a certain somebody. But the Nine of Swords down is, the anxiety is going away, right? It's like the fear is going away. So I feel like there's been time there. Somebody's in a tangled mess. This Joker man ×2 is living in a fantasy island and needs to wake the fuck up. I'll just say it. These are pretty harsh cards for somebody out there. So I have 2 of Cups down, 2 of Wands down. the death card down. People do not want to change. They don't want this to be over or something like that, right? The union is off at home. Is it a roommate? Is it your life partner? Is it, who is this person? Is it your sister, brother that's staying with you? You know? But here I have the Two of Cups down. We don't want this union or possibly reunion, right? Somebody's playing head games and manipulating shit. This is either change of plans or no plans. Dream world, living in a fantasy, toxic, waiting for the shoe to drop or waiting for something to happen or, possibly. But it's very, very sacrificial and it's very malicious. I really don't like it. They're just hope, fear, challenge, and homework is the death card reversed. The endings. We need to evolve. We need to metamorphosize, right? These people are either denying it or refusing it or what? They need to reflect about this teamwork, malicious gossip, karma bullshit, right? And then we have the Knight of Wands down. King of Cups, Ten of Cups, right over this. Two-faced. Yeah, they need to quit their shit, their talk. They need to stop how they speak and like their actions and their words and their ways. Are they just mean-spirited people? They just need to change. It is not cool. Yeah. Wish fulfillment. I like it. The Star. This is healing. This is manifesting. It's alchemy. This is my favorite card in the deck. This is hope and like the willpower of it all, of making your manifestations happen. Okay. I'm going to switch to my Green Witch Tarot deck. And we're going to get a little deeper still. I hope everybody's having a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching me. And I do want to thank all the newer subscribers and watchers and everybody. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't waste my time. I say that a lot. I'm going to continue to say it because it's true. It gives me that encouragement to keep being creative and coming up with content and it just, and it helps other people find shit that, if you like this kind of stuff, it'll help other people that like this kind of stuff find this kind of stuff. Okay. Two of the themes reversed. We got a lot of twos. Twos. Yeah. I feel like somebody really doesn't. Well, okay, I'm getting a lot, so I'm just trying to put it together. Sometimes when I channel, it really comes through me. But yeah, okay, so the cruelty and whatever that was, the head games, the slander, possibly with the gossip, ruining people's lives, people, they're not in a peaceful mode, right? Because they're causing this. I don't feel like they wanted peace. They tangled the web on purpose. Narcissists are here on this planet to do destruction, whether it's confusion, whether it's, it's they're not here for a good reason. Okay, so if they're a true narcissist, and this toxic bullshit is happening, this is the stuff that needs to end, because if you keep feeding that fire, it's going to just continue and continue and continue and so on, right? So stopping this shit, right, forces them to reflect. It forces them. You don't talk to them. You don't answer the door. You don't answer their calls. You change your situation. You make your restrictions and boundaries, and that's the way it is. Yeah, the sun. I like it. I like the sun, of course. It's Trump. Yeah? But it's exposure. And when the sun is out, someone can't say, no, it's not. Because I feel like that's part of the argument. Like somebody may say something and it's like a constant, like they want to fight. They want to. And some people are just in that vibration. I'm sorry to say, but it's fucking true. And I'm like learning, breathing, living proof of it in my own experiences. You know, yeah, the high priestess. Now we have shaman, priest, guru, mentor over here. Male or female? Whoops. Dropped it again. So, male or female, this person knows something, right? People may be searching for guidance, possibly, or, you know, yeah, this is ancient knowledge, you know? Somebody may not be saying exactly how they feel, right? Whoops. I don't know what is with dropping. Something needs to be dropped. Yeah, the high priestess with the sacrificial energies, you know, this person, I don't know, this, it can go two ways. This high priestess could be the one causing the sacrificial energies. It depends if they're the clown or not. Or on the other hand, maybe the high priestess is waiting for something to happen out of this toxic energy. So you can place it, you know? You know? 10 of a themes reversed. I need a bunch, please. Yeah, we got a few 10s on the table here. So it is about endings. It's about transformation and you know. Knight of Wands again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, messages coming forth to the family or something. Somebody's two-faced. Maybe you'll be hearing about this or something will be said or what. But this is going forward regardless. I feel like because knights, usually when they get their order from the king, right, the knights don't question, they move. You know, they get their order, they're gone. They don't even blink an eye, you know? So I feel like they're kind of coming in quickly. There's a lot of fire and passion in this card, I feel. But it looks nice. It looks like a nice, almost peaceful, you know, even though we have the two of the themes over there. Looks like a peaceful, you know, because that's not so peaceful. That's choosing fighting. That's choosing it. And there's something about getting out of a bad situation. So we have the Lady and the Lord down. Yeah, so many twos. This is definitely someone close to you, however that is, right? There's no closure somewhere. Something never really finished. Maybe it's an ex. Somebody's ex. I could be onto something there. The Holly King reverse is definitely sacrificial energies in these. Somebody's ghosting a situation or wants to. They don't want to deal with it, right? But it's showing how unhealed they are. They could be against this wise one, right? This high priestess, hermit type energy. Somebody around the home needs to heal. They need to face their shadow work. And I think the illumination and the exposure of things that people are witnessing, it's obvious. It's becoming more and more obvious, maybe. That's really what I feel. It's becoming more and more obvious. Okay. Six of Wands, King of Chalices down, Page of a Page of a Thames down, the Tower, yeah. Oh yeah. Shit hit the fan in the past, and if it hasn't, it's coming. Something. It's changing whether they deal with this change or not. You know, the Tower's here, the realizations, the clarity, the illumination of the behaviors. That's what I'm getting. Dead center in the reading. Yeah, this is publicly acknowledged throughout the family and maybe the community and what, right? Technically, this is a victory card, telling you to keep on keeping on, right? But somebody's not standing in their truth. They're toxic AF. It's right over this. They're living in fantasy island. Damn it. You know, very hateful. They could be happiness haters, you know, these narcissists, or what? Malicious gossip, you know. Somebody does not like this idea of this collaboration or something, you know, party's over kind of thing, even though this card is up. I feel like it's kind of over kind of thing. You know, the Ten of Athens, this was painful. This is letting it go. The hope, fear, challenge, and homework, the pain of it all, or the heartbreak of it all, right? Letting it go. Somebody's getting their karma for it, and that's the way it is. You know, everything comes around. Whatever you put out comes back in threes. So if you're not a nice person, depending on how and everything, you know, the karma can be pretty brutal. People don't think of that in the everyday anymore. And it drives me nuts, because how do you not? You know, this is why I'm trying to teach people here. Page of Athens again, reverse. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. These people are not, they're very two-faced, very unwise. It's about being emotionally content. But this king over here is not even looking at that Queen of Swords down. I mean, the Page of Swords down. They're not even looking at it, you know, at them, he or she, you know. The realizations of all of this. What was built is crumbling. Spirit guides, angels, and what? In the other realms have seen enough. And there's something maybe that some people didn't see, and they had to bring it forth for it to stop. And that's what these times are all about, honestly, in Age of Aquarius. It's clear as day to some, right? They don't want to be with this person anymore. You know, it's about rekindling the passion, but I don't know. I don't think so. Because you can't with a narcissist. They're just going to keep playing. See, they don't change. They mask it. They'll fake it till they make it. And this one ain't making it. You know, none of them really are around the planet. They're all being illuminated. And it's everywhere in all of our lives. So it doesn't matter really who you are. It's just coming out, you know? But yeah, not making any plans to change is not cool. But I do feel like this is publicly acknowledged, right? I have the Strength card here, the Crone, with the Two of Wands down, with toxic right over it. Somebody's trying to be resilient here. You got to use your willpower over this toxicity, right? There could be change of plans here. I'm not seeing a future in this, you know, union, right? And here's the Three of Cups again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. These three people, or whatever, possibly, do not want to change. They do, that, you know, the party's over. But they're still celebrating. And I don't know why I keep saying it, because the Three of Cups would be down, but I'm getting it again. And what I hear or feel, I say. So I don't feel like these people want to change, whoever this is. They're just hateful. Get away from them. They're not good for you. Whoever this is. They're draining your energy. My higher vibrationals. Yeah, they're a big fat fucking liar. Big fat fucking liar. And they don't like somebody's message. This high priestess. They don't like it. Yeah, they don't like it because of the exposure. You know? Yep, that's why. People, I feel like somebody's very powerful here. Possibly. Gemini. They have a lot of strength and what? You have the advantage. That's what this card is having the advantage. It's making restrictions and boundaries, like I was saying earlier. Thank you for validating, Spirit. So a lot of that, you know, and making your wishes come true out of a very not so happy situation, right? All right, I'm going to change it up a little. We're going to get one of these. What do you have for Gemini, please? And thank you. Yeah, and the Gemini, that is the Lady and the Lord card. So, and it's reversed. Yeah. Things are not completed or closed or finished. There's still things to be played out. People have not learned their karmatic lessons yet. There's still a lot of ego deaths out there that need to happen. And the ones that, I don't know, I guess it's going to depend on all of yous. Show me what I need to see. Show me. This deck, when I use this deck, they are so particular. I know there's not a lot of cards in this deck, but they literally always do that to me. Oops, this one, not that one. Celestite, representing communication of self-expression and spiritual connection. The Celestite reminds us to communicate openly and to connect with our spiritual selves. And snapshot that if you want. Hi, everyone. Yeah, the Leo energy. Yeah, the strength, right? Yep. Strong. She's walking with that lion. Yeah? She's walking with the lion. I like that. That's cool that you noticed that because I didn't say it. I don't, so that's good. If any of you ever see or feel anything out of these cards that I don't say or see, please take that with you. That's what this stuff is all about. And a lot of you do know tarot. So, that incorporate your own with mine, discern your way. Absolutely, 100%. I love it. I love it. Nymph, promiscuity. All right, hold on. Where am I? This is my... Okay. Yeah. There's a couple steps ahead of myself here. All right, so don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders should you need to. Does not my alluring beauty seduce you? Are you not bewitched by my beguiling appearance? I take pride in my dazzling looks and my long flowing tresses, representing my untamed sexuality, all part of my charm to entice you. Whenever you're lacking in self-confidence or daunted by intimacy, allow me to swim by to ignite your sensuality and seductive powers. However, my gift does not give you the license for illicit wantonness or promiscuous activities, which could face you with moral judgment, shame, and discrimination. Nymph magic is emotionally deep and nurturing, so journey with me to determine and heal the source of any liberal and impure carnal behavior, and I shall restore you with self-care, self-respect, and self-love. As waves crash all around you, I urge you to simply listen, for in amongst the quietness you will find time for reflection. So dive deeply within to follow the meanderings of your own truth as you swim towards sexual freedom. Yeah, the Hermit. People are avoiding or ghosting situations, maybe even, they need to face them. All right. Since we are in the season of the witch, of course, I'm going to keep it on the theme. So I have all of my witch oracles out today and decks and whatever I have. I do need some new ones for this time of year, but maybe by next year I'll have them. Anywho, yeah, what do you got for us? We're going to see what you're conjuring up in your kitchens for this Halloween, right? What are you cooking up? What are you stirring up in your kitchens, right? Show me. Bay leaves and abundance. Cool, I like this. All right. Hold on. I'll read this to you. Yeah, I like burning bay leaves. You can burn eucalyptus leaves as well. You can write your wishes on either one and burn them, right? A lot of you know that already, and some of you just learned something. You've been going without unnecessarily for too long. Now your cries for prosperity have been heard. So please don't give up on all that you've worked for. All you need to do is accept that an abundance of prosperity is your birthright and work a little of my magic. My properties will assist you against misfortune, and a dried leaf with your desires written on it will bring your wishes into fruition if burnt. Pop one of my leaves in your purse or your wallet, and soon your inner storeroom will be overflowing with riches. This card marks a time of opulence. Count the blessings and serendipitous moments you receive, for they are the signs of a new and lucrative phase. Very cool. Soon you will forget the miserable days of late. Things are changing. Wow. There's a lot of things in the ethers for you. Mark this in the back of your minds, maybe make a mental note of where you are in life right now, because a year from now or even 6 months from now, it could be in a, whirlwind of change here. Something's coming. Something's in the ethers. Just know, magic's afoot. Just know it. I just got chills when I did that too. Show me. Candles and magic. Oh, it was actually this one, but I'm going to take that one. All right. I usually do take the one on the bottom, but all right. Something about candles. I have I love candles. My favorite gift is candles. I don't care how simple it sounds. It's what I want. All right, but anyway, hold on. Your desire to work as a magical practitioner is acknowledged as candles illuminate the path of the wise for you. The spark of inner wisdom calls you to invoke the divine, for true magic begins with your desire to make things happen. Time for a little candle magic. As you gaze into the sacred flame, you are reminded of your true connection to Source. For your soul spark is immortal. Never doubt your abilities of focus, willpower, and visualization, for in doing so, you are disregarding the powers of the world that live beyond that which is seen. Remember, all is magic and illusion. The sacred art of candle magic has been with you since your very first birthday. As you blew out the flickering flame before you and made a wish, you worked with the 3 principles of magic that made your dreams come true. Belief in your tools as well as yourself is key as you keep in mind the 3-fold law when performing any magic ritual. And there's a side note here. This is a magical time for you, Gemini. Oh my God, I cannot read today. I'm so sorry. Your manifesting abilities are strong. Keep your thoughts and focus positive. Use candles at home, at bath time, and in sacred ceremony. Study candle colors for healing and magical purpose. Keep shining brightly. All right. I like that. I do like it. I'm going to give you one of these. Midnight. This is my Halloweeny oracle here. Yeah, everybody's under the death card vibe on this planet, whether they choose to acknowledge it or not. We're in a number 9 year, right? It's a year of transformation. It's a year of the snake. We're still in it. It's almost over, right? But it's a very transformative year. And the next few years are going to be as well. But this has really kicked it off. Anywho, Don't forget to flip and flop should you need to. The middle of the night, midnight, is the hour in which it is believed that ghosts, witches, ghouls, and magic are most likely to be active. Transition times such as noon, the time between tides, or even the dark moon are traditionally powerful times for magical transformation. In some Christian traditions, the witching hour is seen as 3 a.m. because it is the opposite to the time that Jesus is said to have died at 3 p.m. But there is some consensus that midnight is the time of the greatest magic, particularly around Halloween. As soon as the clock strikes midnight on Halloween, it is said that the spirits flow forward through the veil and, if benevolent, bring positive messages. If not so benevolent, they are mischievous and play tricks at best, or at worst, cause havoc. Allow yourself to relax into the benevolent darkness of midnight. You may feel this is the darkest hour, but know that the light will return again. The dawn always follows the darkest night. Know too that it's important to recognize that we all have darkness within us, just as we have light, and that's not something to hide from. The perfect balance between light and dark, right? The perfect balance. And you're coming out of it. You're definitely going, a lot of you are definitely going through the dark night of the soul. You know, I'm sorry to say. Yeah. I'm going to give you my wisdom oracle, and then I'm going to give you a rune, and we'll close this out. Yeah. The Watchtower of the North, winter. Calling upon the guardians and gatekeepers of the North, the season of winter brings you its gifts steeped in magic and mystery, as it works in conjunction with the element of earth. By visiting the watchtowers of the North, you're being called to go deep within, to rest and recharge while earth nurtures and restores you. The North will assist you with all aspects of home life, security, and the nurturing that you require. Connect with the crone aspect of the triple goddess and your journey with the god in elder form inwards, and face that which you have ignored for too long. Allow winter to freeze out any unwanted behaviors, situations, or addictions you have been holding on to, stripping you bare within the dark chambers of winter's tomb. The color black represents the element of earth and should be used in accordance with your magical workings at the time of midnight. Winter shares its wisdom in association with the card that flanks this one. Okay, you didn't need to hear that one. But there's a side note on this one too. You're going through the dark night of the soul. Surrender and release. Persist. The rewards will be life-changing. You are metamorphosizing. Rest and rejuvenate. The ancestors are connecting with you. Invoke your dark side with harm to none. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Right? Wow, this is a pretty heavy reading for somebody. Pretty heavy reading for somebody. Show me. We have the Bardic Hymns. I know I've never seen this one before myself. All right, well, this is what it looks like on the back since they're all different. The Bardic Hymns. Like the hermit walking his peaceful, silent rove, the secrets of healing are found among ancient holy groves. People need healing. They need to take a time out, right? It's good winters. It's a good time to hibernate and do your soul work, right? Yeah, let's see if I can get this to focus. I have a hard time when it's live. I don't know why YouTube doesn't have that, but that's it. Those are your messages, Gemini. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and just be a good human. Stay spooky and have a safe and happy Halloween. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching.